Psychological warfare is a weapon in itself. While tanks and fighter jets dominate the headlines, there's a quieter, more insidious battle being fought in the minds of soldiers and civilians alike. A battle where the enemy is not always who they seem to be. Psychological warfare operates on key principles: the manipulation of perception, the undermining of confidence, and the creation of confusion or fear. It relies on understanding cognitive biases, group dynamics, and emotional vulnerability. Among them, a weathered copy of the New York Times, its pages detailing a past conflict. The tools may change, but the goal remains constant. As the voiceover describes how these methods have adapted with the times, in the First World War, leaflets were dropped from planes, spreading rumors of impending doom. No longer confined to physical battlefields, it now thrives in the digital realm. During the Second World War, radio broadcasts became a weapon of mass persuasion. Amidst this, a single image stands out: a briefcase marked with a skull and crossbones. The Cold War saw the rise of propaganda posters, and during the Vietnam War, psychological operations were conducted through village loudspeakers. Where perceptions are manipulated and loyalties are tested, the result is a population susceptible to manipulation, unable to discern truth from falsehood, in an echo chamber of deception. Propaganda and misinformation are disseminated through various channels, often masquerading as genuine news articles, opinion pieces, or social media posts. False flag operations involving impersonation or deceptive online identities are also employed to confuse and mislead. We see soldiers assisting in rescue operations, providing medical aid, and delivering humanitarian aid. In today's asymmetrical conflicts, civilians often bear the brunt of psychological warfare. Non-state actors and terrorist groups employ similar tactics, making it difficult to distinguish friend from foe. The line between legitimate military operations and psychological abuse becomes blurred. A soldier listens intently, as if to a radio transmission. His expression is a mix of determination and skepticism. These actions are juxtaposed with images of psychological torture, highlighting the ethical complexities of psychological warfare. And cyber-psychological strategies such as hacking and data breaches are used to destabilize and intimidate. A series of split screens illustrates the evolution of psychological warfare tactics, including social engineering, internet trolling, astroturfing, and meme warfare throughout history, and flickering media screens, leaving the audience with a sense of the complexity and pervasiveness of psychological warfare in modern conflicts. It is a calculated strategy designed to break the human spirit, to erode trust, and sow discord where none existed before. Nations have employed psychological tactics to gain the upper hand, to question what we see and hear, to reflect on the narratives presented to us, and to resist manipulation. The most powerful battlefield is the one between our ears. From ancient Chinese whispers to modern propaganda, the objective remains the same: to influence perceptions and manipulate behavior. This is the story of psychological warfare. Principles of operation. As the opening notes of the Cold War era thriller sound, we find ourselves in a dimly lit room where two opposing figures face off. Each has an arsenal of tactics at their disposal, but their true power lies in something far more elusive. Each representing a battle not just of armies, but of minds. Text scrolls across the screen, providing a timeline of significant psychological operations throughout history. Diagrams illustrating the impact of propaganda flash like enemy fire. Split screen shows the opposing force, their resolve crumbling under the pressure of psychological attacks. Over the din of the music, it is a calculated strategy designed to break the human spirit, symbolizing the enemy's growing desperation to erode trust and sow discord where none existed before. On the screen behind him, the scene intensifies with the addition of flashing red lights. History of Mind games now. The scene shifts to a vast library filled with dusty tomes and vintage newspapers. The voiceover takes on a reflective tone as it speaks of the historical context of psychological warfare. The camera pans across maps dotted with conflict zones. The scene then shifts to a split screen, showing a vintage radio transmitter alongside a modern-day social media dashboard. Infographic appears on the screen comparing historical and modern tools of psychological warfare, tools and methods with the rapid evolution of technology. Psychological warfare has undergone a dramatic transformation. Our scene opens with a flurry of text messages and emails flying across the screen, symbolizing the volume of digital communication. In the digital age, misinformation spreads faster than bullets. The scene transitions to show enemy soldiers huddled around a computer, their faces grim as they read online comments and social media posts. The scene fades to black as the voiceover continues. These tactics aim to demoralize the target audience, eroding trust in institutions and creating a climate of fear and uncertainty. Infographic displays a range of online tools used in psychological warfare, including deepfakes, social media manipulation, and disinformation campaigns. Modern relevance and ethical questions. The next scene unfolds in a bustling city street. Civilians go about their daily lives, glued to their smartphones, scrolling through social media feeds. But where is the line between national defense and psychological abuse? Text messages fly across the screen, with some containing misinformation while others expose the truth. A soldier struggles to identify the source of an online threat, questioning whether it's a real threat or a product of enemy psychological warfare. Battlefield of the mind. We return to the opening concept of the battlefield being in our ears. Effective psychological warfare exploits the vulnerabilities of its targets, preying on their fears, prejudices, and emotions. The soldiers face, emphasizing the importance of critical thinking and media literacy. But understanding psychological warfare also means empowering ourselves. We echo the importance of awareness and critical thinking in the face of psychological warfare. Symbolic imagery such as a brain, a chessboard shows the importance of strategy and intelligence in fooling our enemy. Thank you for watching this episode. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to share and subscribe to our channel to stay informed about our latest content.